Time to invite your friends round to your house, shiver their timbers and walk each other's planks. Let's take a look at Merchants and Marauders. Merchants and Marauders sees you and your friends trying to make a name for yourself in the Caribbean during the golden age of piracy. You'll be clamouring for gold and glory by completing missions, chasing rumours, shrewd trading, raiding merchants, and murdering your friends and stealing their stuff, shouting "Yar!" as you do so. I don't want to get any further into this video without pointing out just how gorgeous this game really is. This board is beautiful. You can actually taste the sea air just by looking at it. And the miniatures themselves are fantastic as well. And they actually make me want to have a fast-playing miniatures game involving tall ships. Somebody please design that game for me. And you can even stash your own pirated gold in your own little cardboard treasure chest. One of the best things about Merchants and Marauders is player choice. There's so many ways to score points and earn money. Will you be a dashing adventurer completing missions and hunting pirates? Will you be a daring merchant transporting goods through dangerous waters? Or will you be a cunning pirate stalking your friends and shouting "Prepare to be boarded"? Now some of these playstyles are safer than others. Going full pirate is bloody dangerous. Trading can be consistently profitable providing none of your friends turn pirates. But the slick and elegant way supply and demand works means that you can't just keep trading the same route over and over again. And speaking of supply and demand, let's take a look at that now. These tokens on the board show which goods are currently in demand at a particular port. They can be sold for 6 gold apiece rather than the regular selling price of 3. But when you buy goods at a port, you draw 6 cargo cards. Ignore the symbols on the bottom for now. These cost they cost less the more of a particular card you draw. So the sugar, for instance, will cost you 3 gold. The cocoa will cost you 2 gold each, because there's 2 of them. And then the rum, because there's 3 of those, will cost you 1 gold each. Now, if you take those 3 rum cards that you bought for 1 gold each and take them to a port where it's in demand, you'll not only get a point for selling 3 goods that are in demand, you'll also get a shit ton of gold. And then because the demand has been fulfilled, a new good is randomly chosen to be in demand. It's a neat, elegant system of supply and demand. Brilliant. Well, that's merchants covered. Now what about the Marauders? You don't want to go schlepping rum from one side of the Caribbean to the other if you've got to go through the inconvenience of buying the sodding stuff first. You may as well nick it. Now there's 2 ways of doing that. You can raid NPC merchants, or you can steal stuff from other players. Raiding merchants is again an elegant system. When you raid a merchant, you draw a few more cargo cards. And this is what they're carrying, and it also determines the combat. So these explosion symbols show how much damage you take taking the merchant down, and this lets you know whether they escape or not. If there's too many of these escape symbols, they get away. The numbers printed on the bottom show you how much gold you're stealing from them, and you also get to keep the cargo cards as well. So murdering innocent merchants and stealing their shit is quite profitable. Rum and blood does come at a price though. Every time you attack an NPC merchant or another player, you earn yourself a bounty. You make a name for yourself as a dread pirate, you're going to earn more bounties, and you're going to look like a pretty target for anybody who fancies themselves as the sea police. And if you add to that all the missions and rumours that I mentioned earlier, you've got so much choice of how you go about winning the game. Adding some spice to proceedings is this event deck. The first player will draw one of these cards at the start of every turn, and these can alter the game in drastic ways. NPC ships could turn up and start slapping you about, plague could break out, quarantining several of the ports, or war could break out, which upgrades the naval frigates to man-o'-wars, the most powerful ship in the game. Incidentally, the man-o'-war's that powerful that you can't actually buy one. You'd have to board it and nick it. So you're probably thinking, well, that sounds pretty cool, you can steal NPC ships. Can you steal ships from other players as well? Oh yeah. Combat between ships, be they between players or the NPC ships that gradually come into play, is incredibly tense. It's relatively simple. You choose to either shoot, board or run away, and you roll fistful of dice to resolve it. The tension comes from how high the stakes are. If you lose in combat, your ship is either sunk or stolen by the other player.
your captain dies and you hand over everything that was on board. Your gold, your cargo, you're not out of the game. You keep your points and you draw a new captain, but this can be devastating and combat should not be taken lightly. Even running away takes balls, as it means sacrificing any attempt at causing damage, and if you're outmaneuvered, you're screwed.
I think you can probably tell that I like this game, and I like it a lot, but it's not without its issues. First of all, each little sea zone that you can move into has its own special rule, which may be a bit fiddly for people who don't play board games often or are new to the hobby. But for your first game or two, you can just ignore those, get to grips with everything else, and they do add a bit more flavour and character to certain areas of the board, but you can do without them for your first game or two. The second one is downtime. Now, on your turn you have 3 actions. You can move, you can scout for ships, or you can go about your business in port if you happen to be in a port. Now, the way this can work out is that on your first turn you could just be moving from A to B, and that can take you like 30 seconds. Then the second player has his or her turn, and they spend 10 minutes doing a port action going about business in port. And then the third player has a go, then the fourth player has a go, and then it's back to you, and you're still travelling long distance, so you take 3 move actions and it takes you 30 seconds, and then bang, it can take 20 minutes to get back to you. That's a problem. I would like to have seen a more elegant way of play passing around the table. But yes, you do kind of have to keep an eye on what everybody else is up to, trying to keep track of who's carrying what to where so you can ambush them or take advantage of certain trade routes that may have sprung up due to other player actions, but it's still a bit shit. Another thing that some people may have a problem with is the amount of luck involved in this game. Luck plays a major role. You're going to be throwing fistfuls of dice, you're going to be turning cards, and some people may have a problem with that. You could have full advantage in combat, a fully upgraded ship, and roll badly and you die and lose everything. You could turn over an event card, it could be a hurricane, and your freshly purchased galleon gets smashed to splinters. There's the schadenfreude there of laughing at your friends when that happens. Just be aware that luck plays a major part in this game. But you see me and this guy? We know the pirate life's tough. I was a pirate. And we know you got to ride your luck to get that big score. 17th century Caribbean's a dangerous place, and, well, let me put it this way. This game is the best pirate experience money can buy. It's Sid Meier's Pirates on your tabletop, and if you can get 2 or 3 friends together to duke it out for golden glory on the high seas, then you should probably go out and buy it. Actually, scratch that. No, you should definitely go out and buy it.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching. My name's Chris. If you'd like to see more from me, then do click on that subscribe button. I try and upload as many videos as I can. If you'd like to go that extra step, please consider visiting my Patreon page and help to make advertisement-free YouTube content viable. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.